Hey, what's up? Hi to you. I'm trying something different tonight, and it's taken forever to get it set up that I think is right, but I'm not sure yet. Gonna eat you up, little scrumptious. Like you're delicious. I'm trying to stream in vertical as well. To YouTube as well. And we're going to see if that works. So, who knows? Apparently, YouTube vertical is like if you're watching YouTube Shorts and you scan through, they're suggesting live streams, vertical live streams. So I'm going to try to do that. We'll see how that works out. Also, YouTube's been really weird. It won't let me change like the name of the live stream for some reason.
What you think about when you're born into a
That's right, still following words. Thank you.
let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed.
We were just waiting on you, beachside summer. I don't know. We're going to try it. It probably will not work and explode in my face. So.
Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves. Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn.
There's a plug-in for it on OBS, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. Trust me, I know that. I've seen that happen before. We're fixing to start the vertical live stream. We're going to see what happens here. I don't know why it won't let me edit the stupid thing. Like, what is going on? It won't even let me edit the title of it. We'll see if it works. That's our vertical live stream right there. It should be unlisted. But supposedly it's working now. We'll see. Why can't I freaking edit the title? Of all things, I can't edit the freaking title. All right, give me just a second, guys, while the music's running out. I'm trying to get this thing, this vertical live stream going. I don't know why it won't let me edit anything. When I click edit, it doesn't do anything. I don't know. I know I'm fixing to make it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Okay. Test vertical stream. It's 03/28/24. 03/28/24. Let's save that. Okay. That's working. That's fine. I got a test stream going on now. And then we're gonna make it public. So we'll see how this works. They can see my face and stuff right now. They don't see the same thing you do. Like it's two separate streams. Your video's visibility monetization may be restricted. Go back and resolve any issues before publishing. No, let's just publish it. It's always restricted. I can't do much about that. All right, let me go back and make sure it's public right now. I think it is. Content live. So I'm running 2 different live streams to YouTube, apparently. So we'll see how that works out. Request review for monetization. And I've got it up. Okay, got it up. It's on live chat. Got this one up. Okay, that's right. That's right. The current keyframe is what? 8.3 seconds. That can't be right. Okay. It looks like it's working in vertical. It looks like it's working in a regular stream. So it appears to be working. All right, here we go.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage.
That's right.
You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
I think they can hear everything, but they can't see everything. Uh-oh. That's wrong. That's in Bert's hotel room. Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird, and this is the Cold Beer Confessional. I just slid across my own video. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. We are streaming. I guess there's 2 different streams right now. So there's a full-size stream, and then there's a vertical stream for the first time, because apparently when you're on like YouTube and you go through YouTube Shorts, it suggests live streams, I guess. So it suggests live streams to people, and people are recommending that it's 2 different chats, 2 different streams, 2 different everything. So I don't know. Is it working in vertical? Or is it just me really skinny in full screen? Is it actually working in vertical? I need to go see, I guess. I don't know if it will it show me my own stream? Will it suggest me my own stream? Let's see. Go to your videos, lives. Okay, it's not even listed on my phone, so that's perfect. Because I went to your videos. Let me go to my channel.
Gypsy Daisy 123 just resubscribed for 19 months. Party face, thanks for endless belly laughs.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It is working. It is vertical. Jesus. Does anybody prefer vertical? Like, I'm only doing it for the suggestion, but does anybody actually prefer vertical? That's horrible to me. Anyways, we got some updates. Just before we get started, even though I probably want to talk about something else for the majority of the show, we did have some updates. If you go to PG Legal Cases or whatever it's called, PG Legal Battles, I was talking last night. I don't think legally that Nick Alvear versus Phil Godlewski, I don't think legally that Nick has grounds for an extension. But of course, that's what they're going to file. They're going to ask the court to file it. Now, it's completely within the judge's discretion. Had the clerk already filed Nick in default, the clerk of courts, I think it would be harder. But because that didn't go through in a timely manner like it was supposed to, there's a chance. And honestly, like, I would rather see it play out. I would rather them fight each other. I want to see what happens. This is a lot of content. So first we get this. There's two of these documents, but they're basically both the same. So it is request for entry of default judgment against defendant. This is from Phil. So Phil says, comes now Phil, by and through his attorneys. Godlewski commenced this matter by filing a complaint, Doc 1, on February 28th, 2024. Godlewski made service of the original process upon defendant Goodline TV LLC. And you can just change in, the only difference is you can just change in Nick's name right here instead of defendant Goodline LLC. Per federal rules of civil procedure, defendant Goodline was obligated to file an answer within 21 days of the day of service of the original process. So he had 21 days to do it. Defendant Goodline has not filed an answer within the time required by Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 12A 1AI. Defendant Goodline or defendant Nick is in default. Defendant Goodline, defendant Nick is neither an infant nor incompetent. I would argue against that if I was a lawyer. And then defendant Goodline is not a natural person and is not in military service. This is going to be the only difference is Nick is a natural person. Goodline is a corporation. So it's not a natural person. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure permits entry of default judgment, wherefore plaintiff Phil Godlewski requests that the clerk enter a default judgment or default against Goodline against Nick, right? Now, this is going to be up to the judge's discretion, I would assume, because here is what they filed. So yesterday, I think we already saw this one. This was the appearance. Nick hired some lawyers from Rothenberg and Campbell. Rothenberg and Campbell, it looks like Ryan P. Campbell and Dave W. Rothenberg. Now, Nick also followed this up by saying, Phil's lawyers doesn't have any friends, which seems weird, right? Like, I'm not sure. What are you bragging? Phil's lawyer doesn't have any friends? Is that really what we're going to do? Is that really what we're going to do? I was just making sure that popped up on the other stream. On the vertical stream, it does. It might get a little bit like longer messages. You probably can't read them, all of it, but you can read some of it. I need to fix that. So anyways, Nick followed this up with claiming that Phil's lawyer doesn't have any friends. And then this is probably the new document no one's seen. Now, Nick has claimed again and again and again that he has some type of 10-day grace period, which doesn't exist. I've looked through all the civil procedures. I've looked through old cases. There is no 10-day grace period. But I guess what he was trying to say is that his lawyers were going to file for a 10-day extension because that's what ended up happening. I don't know. A lot of people the other night were like, I was like, who told him there's a 10-day period? And everybody's like, Jennifer Winkler. I don't think she's his legal counsel. I don't think she's his legal counsel. It says, I know she's not his legal counsel. So Phil, whoever runs PG Legal Battles posted this and said, after waiting 23 days to file a defense, Nick Alvear has finally hired a defense attorney, and they are now asking the court to extend the response deadline by 10 days. The allotted period for response was 21 days. The court could allow this extension, or they may not, waiting on the judge to rule, which is true. Either one of those could be true. I need to probably center this up a little better. Let me do this on my other stream, on my vertical stream. There we go. Now we're centered up a little bit better. So the chat basically covers me, but it doesn't cover the screen. That's kind of what I was looking for. Thank you for sending me a screenshot, Bug Dude. Anyways, here we go. Defendant's motion to briefly extend time to file a motion to dismiss. So they plan to file a motion to dismiss and say, First Amendment right, this isn't real. Or maybe I think they say in here, Nick was improperly served, which I'm sure that Phil's got documentation. And if Nick was improperly served, does that mean Goodline LLC wasn't? Because they mailed it to the address of record for Goodline and somebody signed for it. Here you go. I love these. They don't sponsor me, but I love these monster rehabs. They're not like a regular monster where they make me like shaky. It's tea and lemonade. It does have energy, but it's also got like a bunch of stuff to like refresh you. I drink one of them a day. They're pretty good. And now come defendants Eduardo Nicholas Alvear Gonzalez, a.k.a. Alvear Gonzalez, Eduardo Nicholas, a.k.a. Nicholas Alvear. Anybody with multiple AKAs, I never trust. Why you got so many names, fella? Collectively, individual defendant, and Goodline TV LLC, corporate defendant, by and through their counsel, Rothenberg and Campbell, and hereby moves this honorable court to extend both the deadlines to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. Extend both the deadlines to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint and a response to plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction by 10 days, alleging as follows. So here's what they allege. Here's why they say they want a 10-day extension and deserve it. Plaintiff commenced the instant action by filing a complaint against defendants in the United States District Court for the Middle District of Pennsylvania on February 28th. Now, this is very important. Several times they say this phrase. Without waiving the right to challenge proper service of process. So they don't want to admit that they were properly served. They may want to challenge that later, that they weren't served correctly, right? So all these statements, I'm just going to say without waiving the right to challenge. I'm not going to read it all, but I'll read the first one. Without waiving the right to challenge proper service of process and for purposes of instant motion, Phil alleges that Nick and Goodline were each served with a summons and complaint on March 5th by the process server. On March 8th, 2024, Phil filed a document entitled Motion for Preliminary Injunction, which consisted of a one-page paragraph incorporating an attached brief in support of petitioner's motion of Phil's motion for preliminary injunction. Without waiving the right to challenge, Phil alleges that Nick and Goodline were each served with a copy of plaintiff's document entitled Motion for Preliminary Injunction on March 18th via USPS priority mail. On March 26th, Phil's attorneys filed a document entitled Motion for Default Judgment and Damages. At all times pertinent hereto, both Nick and Goodline were not represented by counsel until March 27th, 2024. So he had no lawyers for him until March 27th, 2024. Now, that's not the court's fault. That's not Phil's fault. He knew about this way ahead of time. He's been talking about it on his Telegram for a month or more, right? Because remember, there was a Pennsylvania thing going on. And then Phil moved it to federal court, so it's more than a month. But they're saying, hey, he didn't have legal representation until the 27th. And when defendants collectively retained when they both retained the undersigned as counsel to represent their respective interests in the above captioned matter. On March 27th, 2024, the Honorable Court issued an order denying and dismissing plaintiff's document entitled, they misspelled that, but Motion for Default Judgment and Damages. This is why I don't like, a lot of times people are like, oh, have you seen all the misspelled words? There's always misspelled words. A lot of times they're up against a time limit, or there's somebody doing. There's just misspelled words. I don't know what to tell you. They left off the D, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, if it's somebody they like, they're like, "Oh, that document's fake." Pebbles, or if somebody they dislike, Pebbles' document's fake, or whole case is fake.
Michaela Robertson 81 just resubscribed for 10 months. Sorry, I'm late.
Look out, 10 months. And then if it's somebody that they like, they're like, "Oh, well, just look over that." It's so weird. Anyways, also on March 27th, the lawyers entered their appearances for Nick and the corporate, having just been retained earlier that day. So their claim is that Nick actually hired them on the 22nd or 23rd day. Nick hired them on the 23rd day of the. This is he hired them 2 days after he was in default. That's probably not the best time to hire a lawyer, but here we go. By Nick and Goodline. Upon cursory review of Phil's complaint and document entitled Motion for Preliminary Injunction, the Nick's lawyers believe in good faith that filing a motion to dismiss Phil's complaint pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 12B1 and 12B6 is appropriate. Let's do this. Let's look this up. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Federal. Uh, 12. We'll just go to 12 and open it. Defense and objections. So 12B is 12 lowercase b, right? 12 lowercase b says how to present defenses. Every defense to claim for relief in any pleading must be asserted in the responsive pleading if one is required. But a party may assert the following defenses by motion. So it says 12B1, lack of subject matter jurisdiction. So they're challenging subject matter jurisdiction, or they're going to attempt to challenge the subject matter jurisdiction. So is the jurisdiction appropriate, right? Are they in the right court for the what's actually going on, right? It holds that a court can only hear and decide cases for the right topic, right? I can't go to a criminal court and try to have a civil case. I can't go to a civil case and try to have a criminal case. I can't go to juvenile court for traffic court, and I can't go to traffic court for juvenile court, right? So they're challenging when it says the subject matter jurisdiction. Is this the right court for the complaint that's actually happening? Okay, that's B1. What is B6? B6 is failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. So they're challenging, I think the Scranton Times did this, right? Like, Phil hasn't established that, we defamed him in some way. Like, did he lose money? Did he lose subscribers? Did he lose this? Did he lose a job? Did he lose a contract? And that's going to probably apply to some of the... So Phil, basically, it looks like when he went to defamation, there was like, did he cause this? Did he cause you to lose money? Did he cause you to lose respect? Did he cause you to lose contracts? And he checked them all. And we saw this in the Scranton Times case where they're claiming, like, on the interference of contracts, you haven't showed us any contracts we interfered with, right? On the money portion that Phil ended up dropping, you haven't showed us what money you lost. So that's what we're talking about when he says claims. I don't think this will apply to all of Phil's claims, but it might have apply to some of them. So, like in the Scranton Times case, he already dropped some of the monetary stuff. But I think they're probably in the right jurisdiction, right? They're in federal civil court. If the claim is for defamation and slander, then they're in federal civil court. Now, Phil is claiming death threats and stuff in his motion for injunction. So maybe that applies to criminal court. I mean, a death threat is a criminal thing. I don't know what to say. Maybe they explain it better here. Challenging that Phil's service of process and legal sufficiency. So they're challenging that him being served and the legal sufficiency of his complaint, as well as this honorable court's personal and subject matter jurisdiction. So they're challenging, potentially challenging, was he served? Is it a legally sufficient case, right? Does it meet the merits of what it takes to be legally sufficient to file this case? And does the court have subject matter jurisdiction over this? Does this court? As understand counsel was just, is that supposed to be undersigned? As undersigned counsel was just recently retained by defendants. So Nick just hired us in the above captioned case. Nick respectfully requests a brief extension of time to respond to plaintiff's complaint, to Phil's complaint and Phil's document entitled Motion for Preliminary Injunction, such that Nick's response to Phil's complaint can be extended 10 days from March 25th until April 4th. And Nick's response to Phil's document entitled Motion for Preliminary Judgment be extended 10 days from April 1st until April 11th, respectively. So they're actually asking each one of those to be extended by 10 days. Now, they're saying, like, you got to understand that we were just hired, which is a valid argument for the lawyer, right? A lawyer's not expected to be hired in the same day, go to court, which is what happened. But that's not a valid argument for Nick. He was talking about how he wasn't worried about it. He wasn't going to court. He's a sovereign citizen. He doesn't follow the rules of the court, and that he was on vacation for a month. Still talking about it. Still knew it happened. Still knew that he was served. Still knew that the court date was coming. He was on vacation for a month. Look, if you're going to get a lawyer the fucking first day you can. Why wait until the deadline's up so you can go on vacation for a month? Seems kind of weird. And making jokes about it. The whole time. If Phil's lawyers can do a good job of showing how, I guess, flippant he was about the whole situation, about how he wasn't taking it seriously, about how he's like, fuck that, I'm not going, they can't do nothing to me, blah, blah. If Phil's lawyers can do a good job of that, they have a pretty good claim to say, hey, fuck that extension. Right? Like, fuck his extension. Why should he have an extension? He has no respect for the court. Who would give him an extension? He's basically made a joke out of the whole thing. But judges are usually lenient, and here's why. A summary judgment or a default judgment or some type of judgment that just ends the case where it's at is an extreme case scenario, right? So in the Scranton Times case, I just use that as an example because I know you probably followed me through it. In the Scranton Times case, at one point, they basically applied early for a dismissal, right? And the judge said the dismissal being like, that's like the nuclear option. Yeah, he lied. Yeah, he didn't turn in paperwork. Yeah, he didn't do this. Yeah, he didn't do that. But that's like the nuclear option. We need to take some steps before we get to the nuclear option. And I think the judge might do the same thing here. Usually they will lay back. They will take the less extreme option, and they'll give people chance after chance after chance. If you've ever followed some type of criminal through court, they will give chance after chance after chance, as long as you're respectful, as long as you're making an attempt. But that's Phil's lawyer's job to prove that he doesn't respect the court. He doesn't respect the service. He doesn't respect the court's time. He doesn't think they can do anything to him. He didn't even hire somebody till it was already expired. That's Phil's lawyer's job. That's going to be the two arguments. One argument is going to be like, hey, that's a little extreme to go ahead and dismiss the case. We just got here. He's trying to hire us. He's trying to do the right thing, Your Honor. And the other side's going to say he was on vacation. He basically said, fuck you guys, I'm not coming. And then at the last minute, he gets to decide that suddenly he respects the court and wants to send in a lawyer 2 days late. Basically, that's what it is. Anyways, the claim that Nick is making that, Phil tried to file this before the 10-day period was over is just a lie. I don't know who's telling him that. That's just a lie. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 6B governs extensions of time for when parties must act. So if there's a deadline that we must act on, 6B, Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 6B, which we can look up, basically governs this, okay? We're going to go Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 6. Computing extended time for motion papers. 6B would be 6 lowercase b. Yes. 6 lowercase b would be extending time. And it says, 1, in general, when an act may or must be done within a specified time, the court may, for good cause, extend the time. So they don't have to. It's literally up to the judge. He may extend time for good cause. Extend the time, A, with or without a motion or notice if the court acts, or if a request is made before the original time or its extension expires. Now, that hasn't been completed. That's A. It says before the original, if a request is made or the court decides, like, let's say they're like, okay, well, technically, the next court date is set for 15 days from now, but let's give them a little bit more time. We'll set it for 35 days from now or whatever. That would be the court acting. Or if requested, would be your lawyer saying, hey, we can't keep up the schedule. We need a little more time. That'd be a request. But that's before the original time or during the original time or before it expires. So that doesn't apply. Now it says B, also, on a motion made. So it removes the court act part of it, and it just says on a motion made after the time has expired if the party failed to act because of excusable negligent. Or excusable neglect. I was going to say negligence. Excusable neglect. So what would be excusable neglect? I guess that's up to the judge. If you look at the law dictionary, it says excusable neglect is a term associated with legal proceedings, notably in bankruptcy cases, that includes inadvertence, mistakes, carelessness, or any other intervening circumstances beyond a party's control. Do you think going on vacation and saying, fuck that, I'm not going, he can't do shit to me, is that beyond Nick's control? So Phil's lawyers would have to do a very good job as showing he didn't give a fuck. Not that like, I was out of the country. I was out of the country and I had all these appointments and I had this and he was on vacation for a month saying, fuck you, I don't care. That's Phil's lawyer's job. If they don't do a good enough job, or if Nick's lawyers do a better job at showing like, hey, we just got hired, he's trying to do the right thing, blah, 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 then it'll be approved. If not, Phil's lawyers should immediately be grabbing everything they can to prove that he was down there at the beach with his fupa out with McDrippy Kits and Dick Keeper, and they were just all partying saying, fuck the court. We're not going. Fuck that. They can't do shit to me. That's what they need to do. It also says it is worth noting that the litigant and their attorney's conduct are considered as joint when deciding whether neglect was excusable. In other words, clients are held accountable for the acts and omissions of their attorneys. So if your attorney is being an asshole or a piece of shit and not responding on time, you're held as just accountable of your attorney. So if your attorney misplaces it or says, fuck that guy, I'm not going to court for him, you're held accountable, right? So they're treated together. So if an attorney makes a mistake and disregards something, whatever, or you, it's the same. Nick told a woman in chat he didn't want to see Phil's ugly face for 2 years in court. I'll tell you this much. If it does get approved, I'm going to have tons of content for 2 years. 2 years of court. I'm going to have every document, every motion, everything that's filed. I'm going to get paid back 10 times over for joining the Pacer. So I don't think that Nick really falls under this excusable neglect. He was on vacation saying fuck them, basically. That's what I saw, but whatever. I gotta get up to Pennsylvania. I hope if Nick is successful in moving the court to Tennessee, moving the case to Tennessee, hell, I just have to drive down to Nashville. Every request to, which is probably almost as far. No, Nashville's like 6 hours. Pennsylvania, Scranton is like 8 hours, maybe 9 hours. It's not that much shorter. Tennessee's long as fuck, and I live at like one extreme end. It's 9 hours to Scranton. And it is 5 hours to Nashville. So it seems like it'd be a lot closer, but it's not. Yeah, the only one who's going to win this court case is me. Oh, no. If a request to extend time is made before the original time or its extension expires, the court may extend that time. The court may extend that time with or without a motion or notice. Exactly. If a request to extend the time is made after the expiration of the designated time due to a time due, Rule 6B1B requires finding of excusable neglect before a court permits the untimely motion to be filed. So it requires a finding of excusable neglect. That's part of the rules. Then it says, the excusable neglect inquiry must consider all relevant circumstances surrounding the party's omission. These include the danger of prejudice. The danger of prejudice. So prejudice would be obviously like prejudice would be, it would impact the structures, institutions of society, intensifies, this is definition, intensifies class and group conflict, undermines equality of services, and fuels resentment that can erupt into violence, right? It's like a preconceived notion and a belief that you hold about someone or something before having all the facts, right? You automatically hate something before you even know all the way about it. Now, the danger of prejudice, how does this involve? I don't even understand. Like, I guess I don't get it. Like, what is the danger of prejudice that would be here? What possibly could be the prejudice that's here? I don't know. I have literally no idea what the prejudice could be of him. It's saying basically like there's a danger of prejudice if he would have responded in a more timely manner. What could be the prejudice to him actually showing up on date? What would be the danger there? I don't get it. The length of the delay. Well, I guess it would the court be okay. I think I understand it. Would the judge be prejudiced against him, or does he have a prejudice against him that he is subconsciously have because he didn't file on time? Maybe like the court would be prejudiced, or the judge would be prejudiced about it. Maybe it must include it must include all relevant circumstances surrounding a party's omission. The danger of prejudice. Maybe. Anyways, then it says the length of the delay. Now, the length of the delay wasn't bad. It's outside the expired or allotted time. It's what, 2 days, right? It's 2 days. It should have been done on the 21st, which was I think it was a Sunday, right? Was the 21st a Sunday? And they ended up showing up on the 23rd. No, I'm an idiot. It's 21 days. It should have been done on the 24th, which is a Sunday. Then they have the 25th, 26th. They showed up on the 27th. So it's about 3 days late on business days. Yeah. The length of the delay and its potential impact on judicial proceedings. So does the length of delay have an impact? This is what I was trying to explain in my Twitter post. The judge is going to look at like this delay, however many days it was, however much time it was. Did this cause like undue work, or did Phil's lawyers have to do a bunch of work? This may come into play if they ask for sanctions. Did they have to do extra work? Did they change their case around? Did it cause a whole lot of this these events that have to take place to go to court, or was it just like he was a day late and they still had to prepare the same thing? They still had to do the same thing. It didn't really affect the judge. It didn't affect the clerk. It's not like the judge showed up for court and nobody was there kind of deal. How much did it affect the proceedings of the court? Whether that be with the lawyers, with the clerk, with the judge, with whatever, right? How much did it impact or affect it? The reason for the delay, he was on vacation and said, fuck you. Hey, Will, you have a paid trip to where the lawsuit ends up, including hotel room? Thank you. I appreciate it. The reason for the delay. So what was the reason? Vacation, of course, with my boys, with my two badass besties. I was on vacation. Including whether it was within the reasonable control of the movants. Was it within reasonable control of the movants? The movement would be the person that's filing the motion. A person who applies their petitions to the court or judge. So was this delay within the control of Nick or his lawyers? I think so, right? He just didn't show up. He said, fuck the court. Like that was 100% within his control. And whether the Nick acted in good faith. Now, again, Phil's lawyers, if they want to win immediately, if they want this default to go through, they need to be gathering every clip, every fuck the court, every I'm not going, every I wasn't served, it doesn't matter, he can't do shit to me. They need to be gathering all of that to present in a document to say, fuck those 10 days. Here's our motion to deny the extension. This honorable court has found the danger of prejudice low and ultimate delay in proceedings relatively minor for defendants. Request for a 1-week enlargement of time to respond to a motion for preliminary injunction, despite objecting Phil's alleged illness and symptomatology. Alleged illness. This must be in a different case. Holding that, notwithstanding defendant's control delay, there was no indication of any bad faith on the part of defendants, considering all the relevant factors found defendants neglect excusable, granting their request. So I guess at some point in this court has found the danger of prejudice low and ultimate delay in proceedings relatively minor for defendants' request for a 1-week enlargement of time to respond to a motion of preliminary injunction, despite objecting plaintiff's alleged illness and symptomatology. That would be like the symptoms you're exhibiting, right? Symptomatology. The set of symptoms characteristics of a medical condition exhibited by the patient. Holding that, notwithstanding the defense, Are they citing another case? Are they citing another case? What are they talking about? The illness and symptomatology. Anyways, let's skip that for now. Without waiving the right to challenge proper service of process and for purposes of the instant motion, defendant's response to plaintiff's complaint was due March 25th, 2024. It was due March 25th, 2024. Then it says not expired, and their response to plaintiff's motion injunction is due on April 1st, not expired. How do they get that defendant's response to plaintiff's complaint was due March 25th, 2024, and it says not expired? They filed this on the 27th. How do they get that that's not expired? They filed this on the 28th. I'm sorry, on the 28th. How do they get that it's not expired? And the response, I understand that the response to preliminary injunction is not expired. That's on April Fool's Day. Defendants allege that they were not in control of the circumstance or were otherwise unrepresented by counsel at the time, that their requests to extend the respective deadlines by 10 days are reasonable and will neither substantially affect the timing of legal proceedings, so it's not going to throw off the case by months, nor cause any undue prejudice to plaintiff. Okay. Maybe that's where the prejudice comes in. Would it cause prejudice to Phil if this was approved? Okay, that makes sense. Defendants presenting the instant motion is in good faith. I don't know if I agree with this. That they were not in control of the circumstances or were otherwise unrepresented by counsel at the time. Sure, but that's through his own fault, right? He could have hired counsel at any time. He could have hired counsel before he made the movie and talk to them like any normal fucking person would have done. Counsel for defendants sent an email to counsel for plaintiff, Timothy M. Coleman, on March 28th, 2024. The same day they filed this, respectfully requesting concurrence in this instant motion. So basically, they sent an email the same day they filed this, and sent it to Phil's lawyer and saying, hey, we want an instant motion. We want you to agree to it to extend it 10 days so it just goes through. Because if both agree to it, the judge just signs off on it and there's no argument. Because time is of the essence and having not heard from plaintiff's counsel in the short time frame for filing, defendants assume that the plaintiff opposes the instant motion. Yeah. You didn't show up on time. Why would he agree to give you more time? You didn't do that. You didn't do that part. Anyways, as such, defendants respectfully move for their deadlines for responding to plaintiff's complaint and motion for preliminary injunction to be extended 10 days, each such that defendant's response to plaintiff's complaint is due no later than April 5th, 2024, and defendant's response to plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction is due no later than April 11th, 2024. I'm interested in this. Despite objecting, 1 week enlargement of time to respond to motion for preliminary injunction, despite objecting to plaintiff's alleged illness and symptomatology, for defendant's request for a 1 week injunction of the time to respond to motion for preliminary injunction. All right, let's see what he filed in his motion for preliminary injunction. Did he claim an illness? All right, here we go. Motion for a preliminary injunction. All this, blah, blah, blah. The relevant facts are detailed in the petitioner's complaint and incorporated herein by reference. Petitioner has filed the preliminary injunction because his life and family have been physically threatened with imminent violence due to false and inflammatory publications by defendants. Further, petitioner's clients and customers have been contacted by and petitioner's reputation falsely and maliciously besmirched. Finally, the content of the respondent's publications and communications impute a criminal liability to the petitioner, of which he is innocent and tars him. As a pedophile, fraudster, and criminal, as argued below, these facts satisfy the standard for preliminary injunction. See, I don't think he's not claiming like he's sick from this. He's not claiming that There's no illness claimed. An injunction should be issued because the petitioner is in imminent danger, and an injunction would remove the threat to the petitioner and his family. Imminent dangers are those dangers which are about to occur at any... Look, I know a lot of people say Phil makes this up, Phil makes that up. Phil makes shit up, right? I don't doubt for a bit that he gets death threats because I get death threats. And I don't do any of this stuff, right? I don't have a past. I don't have a background, and I get death threats. So I'm sure Phil gets death threats. About to occur at any moment or arc impending. By using the term imminent, Congress indicated that it wanted to prevent impending harms, not those harms that had already occurred. This danger must be present at the time the complaint is filed. Courts generally reject vague, conclusory, or fantastic allegations as they are deemed insufficient to establish his status. For plaintiff to qualify for the endangerment exception, they must demonstrate that they are under imminent danger of serious physical injury. This danger cannot be based on past harm or harm that is likely to occur in the distant future. Not reported in... Oh, no. The danger should be a threat that is real, proximate, and likely to cause harm in the immediate future. Furthermore, in the context of injunctive relief, a risk of future harm can be considered concrete and thus may qualify as imminent danger if the risk is sufficiently imminent and substantial. So this is... I'm sure he's getting death threats. I'm sure... The people are so fucking dumb, they probably sent him voicemails and audio chats and shit. Like, I get death threats. I get voicemail death threats. I get people saying, oh, I can't wait to meet him one day. Ooh, I'm going to take a trip to Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. Well, okay. Whatever. Like, I get death threats. Phil didn't make them up. I'm sure he's received death threats. 100%. I get death threats probably once a week. And Phil's a much larger channel than me. In determining whether to grant a preliminary injunction, a court must consider whether the party seeking the injunction has satisfied 4 factors. A likelihood of success on the merits. He or she will suffer irreparable harm if the injunction is denied. Granting relief will not result in even greater harm to the non-moving party. So it can't cause worse harm for Nick. The public interest favors such relief. As a court sitting in equity, the district court must weigh the 4 factors, but it is not incumbent on the movement to prevail on all 4 factors, only on overall need for an injunction. So he doesn't have to meet all 4 factors, just has to have an overall need for it and meet some of the factors. A sufficiently strong showing on either the likelihood of success or irreparable harm may justify an injunction, even if the movement showing on the other 2 factors is lacking. Because preliminary injunction is an extraordinary remedy, the party seeking it must show at minimum a likelihood of success on the merits and that they likely face irreparable harm in the absence of the injunction. The burden of introducing evidence to support preliminary injunction is on the moving party, so it's on Phil, with respect to the first 2 factors. However, the same is not true of the second 2 factors. For a district court to grant an injunction, the moving party must show that 1, it is likely to succeed on its merits. So he has to show that he has a chance of winning. It's not all bullshit. 2, denial will result in irreparable harm to the moving party. So he has to show that it's going to harm him if he doesn't get this injunction in some way. In addition, the district court should consider whether 3, granting the injunction will not result in irreparable harm to Nick and his party, or that the moving party outweighs the harm. So Phil's harm outweighs the potential Nick harm. Or 4, granting the injunction is in public interest. In this case, petitioner satisfies all the necessary criteria to justify an injunction. Physical violence is irreparable harm, and the longer and more pervasive the false and provocative accusation that petitioner is a pedophile or a pedo, the more likely of an attack against him and his family. I would have included that the petitioner is likely to fuck his children. Like, that was crazy. That doesn't matter in the court. Like, you can say, oh, logically, if a person is getting death threats, he wouldn't post that he's on vacation, but that doesn't matter for the court at all. Petitioner is not a sex offender. Petitioner has never been convicted of any sex offense, let alone one with a minor. In that regard, he can succeed on the merits. The allegation, masquerading as a revelation of fact, the petitioner is a convicted pedophile, is entirely and utterly false. It is inflammatory, and petitioner is requesting that the respondents be stopped from continuing to ignite hatred against him by spreading their false and incendiary diatribe. Much more harm will come to the petitioner if the injunction is not granted than to the respondents if it is. Further, the respondents on their worst day may incur some economic loss, but for this, petitioner will post a bond. So Phil's even saying, like, you might lose some money, so I'll post a bond for the subscriptions or whatever you might have lost in case you win, and then I'll pay that bond out. Finally, there is a significant public interest in ensuring that citizens and their families are not beaten up, injured, and killed because of other people with the resources to spread malicious rumors across all media will publish falsehoods so incendiary and provocative that self-appointed vigilantes are incited to physically injure the innocent. Such actions are intolerable in a democratic country governed by the rule of law. Conclusions. In light of the foregoing, petitioner believes he satisfies the conditions necessary for the issuance of a preliminary injunction and respectfully requests that this court issue one in the form of order attached hereto. Exhibit 1. Make no mistakes, we're still at war psychologically, physically, and spiritually. They just haven't shot one bullet at the U.S. Some things optically, I would say, is movie time, but the lower levels and lower minions are still out here. So what does Satan do? He corrupts and infiltrated with half-truths and a spirit of deception. Now, below that is a comment that says, so what? Trump had no gold fringe. Cool, my mom also has none. Does that mean my mom is commander-in-chief? Nah, but at least she wouldn't give taxpayers money to Israel to kill kids, unlike Trump or Biden. That's one of the comments there. Phil Godlewski, who's the MFing captain now? Sure ain't you, molester of a 15-year-old girl. Dead man. Oh, shit. Dead man walking is the caption on the picture. Damn. Good line says, someone better check up on Phil's kids. That's kind of cryptic. Bruce said, hi, the yearbook predictions about Fido's future criminal life. Shaq made the court filing. Somebody should congratulate her. Death penalty for pedophiles. Sweet. I think you are a better person than this. There is no reason for fighting between truthers, and it only causes people to think twice of trusting and not any truther. Be a better person and cease bad comments and ridiculing others. That was from M. Leaf Forever. I don't even know who that is, but there you go. Death sentence. Here you go. Text messages. I'd block me too. You are a sick fuck who cheats on his wife on their wedding night. Go to hell, Phil. If I see you again, I'm going to rearrange your face. That's from a 502 area code, allegedly. Where's 502? Anybody got a 502? Louisville. But it's probably a burner number, but still. Fraud Phil is a piece of shit. Hope I see him in public someday. From Jim Molador. This is a text message as well. You're the dumbest kid fucker on the planet, you pedo fuck. Next time you won't be able to have those kids of yours around you. I bet you're abusing them now, you sick fuck. You fucked with the wrong lion. Keep up your charade, pussy. That's a 629 area code. That's Nashville. Liar, liar, pedophile. Wait, is this isn't from Nick, is it? This isn't from Nick. Surely not, right? Liar, liar, pedophile. What is this? 292 4355 43. The same number. You've lost a Scranton Times suit. You can't sue anyone for defamation. It will be a repeat. Laugh out loud. This is hilarious. You are powerless and can't fear anyone into your agenda. We got you. Laugh out loud. This is gold. Go check out the new court docs and rejoice with us. You are the dumbest kid fucker on the planet. You pedo fuck. Next time you... Oh, that's the rest of that message. Next time you won't be able to have those kids of yours around you. I bet you're abusing them now, you sick fuck. Placeholder. So there's also 2 audio portions that were submitted on CD, and I think they're voicemails that are left. But I get death threats like this all the time. Some people told me, one person told me, like, I know your fucking mom didn't die, you satanic motherfucker. What? It said something about, what are you raising those kids for, a satanic ritual sacrifice, you sick fuck? I guarantee I'll stop you, kind of bullshit. Show up at your house. I know where you live. Just crazy shit. I probably get like, maybe not one a week, maybe like one every 10 to 1 week, 10 days to 2 weeks, something like that. I probably get one in email or to the show line or something like that. I don't think they're valid. I report them just in case something ever happens, but I don't think they're valid. But there you go. There's some of the text messages that were attached, and obviously there's some type of audio file, audio portion of Exhibit 1. So there you go. A placeholder for, I'm sure somebody left a voicemail. That is the injunction. I don't know why they say illness or symptomatology. That seems weird, right? Reason for delay. Respond to motion injunction. Objecting to plaintiff's alleged illness or symptomatology. The court granted defendant's motion, finding that not agree. They must be referencing a different case, I'm assuming. Defendant's plaintiff's motion preliminary injunction no later than April 11th. That's where we left off. Wherefore, for all those reasons stated, supra, defendants Eduardo Nicolas Alvear Gonzalez, a.k.a. Alvear Gonzalez, Eduardo Nicolas, a.k.a. Nicolas Alvear, and Goodline. Why does he keep rearranging his name? Eduardo Nicolas Alvear Gonzalez, Alvear Gonzalez, Eduardo Nicolas. Does he just have floating middle names? Well, even a show, a person on a YouTube channel one time told me that they were going to show up at my house, drag me out of it, burn it down with my family inside, and make me watch, like on a YouTube video, and YouTube wouldn't even take down the video. YouTube wouldn't even take down the fucking video. By and through their counsel, respectfully request that this honorable court grant their motion to extend deadlines to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint and a response to plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction, respectively, and any other relief this honorable court deems necessary and just. Now, if this does get approved, this is that non-currence. So this basically says, like, I emailed them, they didn't immediately agree, and I had to file today, so we did not agree on this instant motion. Now, if this extension was to get approved, Phil's attorneys could technically try for sanctions, right? Because they did do some work filing for the dismissal and stuff, right? So they could say, well, you know, I had an aide spend 3 days typing this up to submit it because he didn't respond, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think they should, because often judges get kind of aggravated if you're like playing like a petty game. Like every time something happens, you want to file for sanctions. Every time something happens, you want money. Every little thing. Sometimes you just got to eat the cost. Now, it's one thing to be working, like Phil didn't respond for months to the Scranton Times, and they sent emails and letters and tried to get this, tried to get that, and they just ignored them or said, we'll give it to you, and never did. That's one thing. But if it's just like, oh, we typed up a couple pieces of paper, yeah, we paid, an assistant or a paralegal or whatever for 3 days, but we're not worried about that kind of deal. You don't want to be the guy that's just fucking annoying the court for everything. So we'll see how that works out, but that's what we're waiting on. That's what we're waiting on. We'll see how this turns out. I don't even know. I would say Phil gets death threats all the time in absence of Nick's movie. I wonder if they have picked up any at all, I guess, would be the question. Judges sometimes do get aggravated at lawyers. It just happens. And then you got to worry about, the judge is supposed to be above prejudice, like he won't hold it against you, but you still kind of got to worry about it, right? You never know. Is he still holding it against us? Who knows? So you kind of have to be worried about that either way. Once you piss off a judge, like when the judge had to stop and tell Phil that he wasn't allowed to talk. This isn't the internet. This is the courtroom. You pay that man right there a lot of money, so he speaks for you. You're not allowed to speak. Like, I'd be worried the judge held that against me when I went to court. Oh, well. So there you go. That's what's going on. Shout out to our good friend. That's right. Shout out to our good friend Shaq to the Future for being mentioned in the court documents. There you go, Shaq. Your day in the sun. You've been mentioned. I like Shaq to the Future's account over on Twitter. They're pretty good at it. Some other things that I just thought were interesting. Some other things that I thought were interesting that happened recently. There were some receipts that come out for advertising. Now, does anybody remember when they started this GoFundMe for the billboards, the Philboards, whatever the fuck they call them? Oh, by the way, if you want to support the stream, go to coldbeer.fund. You can use one of the links on the left-hand side, buy me a coffee, dono clip, the donate button at the bottom. You can make shit pop up on the screen for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's how the show's funded. We are funded by the viewers. We rarely take sponsorships. Just because I'm pretty small, I don't get offered that much. They're usually not very good, and it's shit that I don't want to advertise to you guys. But you guys usually keep the lights on, the bills paid, stuff like that. Go to coldbeer.fund, 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 and you can find all the links to follow me as well as support the stream. Okay. Nick, I don't remember. I feel like at one time he said $2,500, and I feel like, in my memory, and I could be 100% wrong, I don't know. I feel like he said that he was going to do $5,000 to the fundraiser. Now, I've tried to go back and find that, but I didn't have much time today at work. It was like in between shit I was doing to find the clip where they first announced that they're doing a GoFundMe for billboards and advertisement, and that Nick is going to put up his own money after the Give, Sing, Go or whatever. I feel like at one time it was $5,000, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. Okay. Anyways, we get some receipts. Here's one of them. It says radio, and then it says blank 30-second spots across 3 stations over 2 weeks. I don't know why that's blanked out. How many 30-second spots were there? That was $3,000. Okay. Oh, I need to move this so everybody can see it. Oh, I gotta resize it. Hold on. That's better. Okay. Blank 30-second spots across 3 stations over 2 weeks, 3,000. Mobile Philboard, 1 day covering the entire Wilkesboro Scranton market, 1,800. By the way, these are very nice round numbers, huh? Very nice round numbers. There's no change involved at all. It's exact numbers. Two digital Philboards for 5 days, $0. This is where they claimed that they were refunded their money after they had to take them down, right? After they had to take them down, they claimed they were refunded their money. 2,000 5x7 postcards to be distributed in Wilkesboro, Scranton, including shipping, was $283. Then it says the airplane banner heard around the world, $1,800. 2 airport billboards for 7 days, $0. I guess, again, that was the ones they were refunded. I don't know. A half-page ad in Havasaw News, $1,100. And 500 flyers in Maui. This is the only one that has change involved, and it's $240.78. $240.78. Okay? Then it says, Billboard fundraiser Give Send Go was $5,884. That leaves a remainder of $2,339.78, which was filled in by Good Line Films, which exactly equals what they spent. Right? It exactly equals what they spent. Now, when they did this, they said they were raising money to spend for advertising, which basically all they did was do an advertising campaign. They said it was going to say, Feel Good Lusky is a pedo. He lives here or something. All they really did was an advertising campaign for Nick. He conned the viewers into advertising for him. Not even just the film movie, just goodline.tv, right? And he pledged a certain amount on that show. I think it was $5,000. Let's say it was $2,500. And then they said that any money left over would go to Phil's other victims that are tied up in litigation. But that's not what happened. Apparently, he just put in on the dot $2,339.78 to pay off the balance. And the extra didn't happen because even if he only said $2,500, even if he only said he didn't even pay that in, shouldn't that extra 200 and something go wherever it's going, or 170 something go where it's going? Wouldn't that make sense? $160. So it could be $160. It could be $2,660. We're not sure. And what's even weirder is that's not the only receipt they put out, okay? Get that image in your head right there. But what about this one? 99 30-second spots across 3 stations over 2 weeks, 3,000. 1 day covering the entire Wilkesboro-Scranton market, 1,800. 2 digital billboards for 30 days, 2,100. 2,000 5x7 postcards distributed in Wilkesboro, Scranton, including shipping. A special surprise for Phildo on 2,900. That comes up to $8,083. The Give Send Go was $5,809. The Give Send Go was $5,809. And then it says that Good Line Films did $2,500, and the total raise was $8,309, and they had $226 left over. Why are there 2 receipts? Seems weird, huh? Oh, crap. Quit it. Sorry, I'm trying to open them side by side here. Seems weird that there's 2 receipts that both say, oh, Nick paid everything he was supposed to pay. It's over. Don't check it out anymore. All right, so I got them open side by side. So the first line's the same. Radio ads for $3,000. The second line's the same. 1 day covering the entire area for $1,800. Then it says 2 digital billboards. Those are $2,100. They took that back. Okay, that guy was refunded. Then it says 2,000 5x7 postcards for $283. That's the same. The Phil Surprise, which was the airplane banner, apparently. The Phil Surprise, which is apparently the airplane banner, isn't even listed on this one. So they pay for it or not? The Phil Surprise, which was the airplane banner, isn't even listed. It's listed as the airplane banner heard around the world is 1,800. This one says 900. There's nothing on here that is 900. So let's say Phil's surprise isn't the airplane banner. Let's say it's something else, right? Let's say it's something else. Where's that 900 one? On February 9th. All right, hold on. Let me look up something. Sorry, give me just a second. February 9th was the airplane, right? Isn't that when they had the airplane fly over? Isn't that what they claim was a big surprise? Even Z did a video on it, right? Z did a video and said, here's your big surprise, Phil. And he was running down the whole tape from the airplane, like reading it on the ground. So were they refunded for that? Because you got it listed as double the price in this one, as 1,800. You got it listed as 900 over there. Then you also added in, I guess where you were refunded some money, you have added in doubled the price on the airplane banner. So that's 900. Added in a half-page ad, which would be 1,100. That's 2,000. So you added in $2,240.78 on this one. I don't know. Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem weird that they got separate fucking receipts and none of them match? Like, I understand that they're claiming they were refunded for the billboards that had to take down, but what was the Phil surprise? Was that not? Let's do this. Hold on. I think I can do this. Let me sign out and sign into a different account here. And then we'll do... This is going to get interesting, I think. I'm excited. I'm here for it. Now what are we looking for? February 9th, right? God, you all post too fucking much. It's hard to search by date on Twitter, though. Give me just a second. I'm going to be scrolling for a minute. Because I'm pretty sure that Z said this, Dr. Z, Dr. Zipperlicker, he said that, here's your surprise, Phil. And he was like running down the tape that's pulled behind the airplane. And it was like you could read all the letters. He didn't say what it said, but you could sit there and read it. Right? The greatest fraud, Phil Galuski, whatever it said. I'm pretty sure that's what he claimed the big surprise was in a video he made. Right? All right, I'm in February at least. Everybody's scared of the Eclipse Therapy Group. The Eclipse Therapy Group. More surprises coming. Okay. So you say. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to... Okay, so it looks like... The airport stuff, the airport billboard was on February 19th when Phil posed with it and took a picture. So that can't be the surprise on the 9th. So let me go. I'm still going back. Hold on. We're getting closer. Also, I just got reminded that I'm fat and I vape. So that's good for everybody to know. And I'm blocked. Fat, vape, and blocked. Oh, by the way, I just realized that my GoFundMe they shared was they had a screenshot of only $600 that was raised, and he said, "I wonder why you lost your house and nobody helped." There was a lot more money than $600. You tried, but it's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's see. February 9th. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was something different that they paid for. It's weird that it doubled in price, right? It would be nice if somebody could explain this, but anytime you ask, you just get blocked, or they tell you, "Did you donate?" It doesn't say, "We'll explain all of this to the people who donated." It says, "We'll explain where every cent of the money went," which is weird, but whatever. I'm sure you got it. Got it all figured out, huh? Hold on. Maybe it's the 2 digital billboards. Are they claiming that it's the digital billboards? No, the mobile billboard is at 1,800. Mobile billboard's already on there, 1,800. So it's not the mobile billboard. That's what they posted on. Oh, I'm still on February 11th. Hold on. February 10th. I want to say I saw a video of him going, "Here's your surprise, Phil," or whatever. What the hell? It just stopped loading at February 10th. Did he go back and delete a bunch of shit? Okay, no, it started loading again. Yes. Look what people look what all the people who hate your pedo face in Scranton saw today. These pics come to us from people who actually live there and know. So these are people that saw the airplane on February 9th. Let me find his video. Hold on. Come on, load. I'm one freaking day away and it won't load. Come on. Okay, there it is. Here you go. Pedophile, LMAO. How's your weekend going, Phildo? That was on the 9th. All this stuff posted on the 9th, but I want to see his video. I remember him running down beside the thing saying, "Here's your..." And the hits just keep on coming. Pedo hunters don't fuck around, and we always keep our word. Don't y'all forget we have a mobile billboard truck driving all over Scranton. That's already listed. The mobile billboard. Where's the "Here's your surprise," Phil? I remember seeing that video. Most epic advertising campaign. I don't think Phildo is having a good day. That's the plan. Here it is. And now for the big surprise reveal. So this is the plane. And now for the big surprise reveal. If you're in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, I keep saying Wilkesboro, don't I? That's in, no, that's a different city. Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area. Look up just after 12:30. You might see this beauty flying by. And to all the Lisa George haters out there. By the way, they're all Lisa. They're all, that is Oliver's mom. They're all Oliver's mom's haters now. Nick left the group and she kicked everybody else out, Script Keeper and Dr. Z out. They're Oliver mom's haters now. But it says to all the Oliver's mom's haters out there, this was all her idea and execution. She has absolutely killed it on the marketing plan. Is she perfect? Of course not. Neither am I. Neither are you. But it cannot be disputed that she's helping expose Phil Godlewski. Now they're Oliver's mom haters. So this was definitely the surprise. So on one receipt, it was $900. And on the other receipt, it was $1,800. But you guys never said you ran it for an extra day or doubled it or any of that, right? It's weird. It's very strange. Weird. By the way, a spreadsheet is not a receipt. Services like this typically don't come out to an exact dollar amount either. And either way, the most recent receipt, he didn't even keep up his end of the bargain. When he said, I'll donate X amount, he obviously didn't donate it, because the most recent receipt is this one that says he donated $2,339.78. And I never heard him say, You guys donate to the Give, Send, Go, and I'll donate $2,339.78 of my own money. That seems kind of weird. So if you got questions, don't worry. They won't answer them. Don't you worry about it. I wish I was making the next part up. Okay? I wish I was making the next part up. I can't wait to see this court battle go after, but we're moving on from that. Trump, that's right. Donald Trump is selling Bibles. Happy Holy Week. Let's make America pray again. As we lead into Good Friday and Easter, I encourage you to get a copy of the God Bless the USA Bible.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood, who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this God Bless the USA Bible. And
he can barely remember his lines. He wants to go off script so bad.
It's just very important,
like,
very important to me.
Sleepy Joe, we all know he can't read. He falls asleep too much. Keep your head up while you're reading this Bible so you don't get a pencil neck like pencil neck stew.
I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart.
They
for
always
your soul.
fuck up his makeup, dude.
Many of you have never read them and don't know
rings
the
around his
liberties
eyes and
rights
shit.
you have as Americans and how you are being
Always.
to lose those rights. It's happening all the time. It's a very sad thing that's going on in our country, but we're going to get it turned around.
Some people say
Religion
the
and
saddest
Christianity
thing
are
that's
the
ever
biggest
happened.
things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. That's my.
Some people say I have the most Bibles in my home. Some people say that. Look it up. Some people say, Donald, why do you have so many Bibles? And I tell them, get the fuck out of my house, you commie.
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the big...
Don't do it. Don't do it. Jesus would be throwing Donald Trump out of the marketplace.
This thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content.
Again, I talked about it last night. It's the persecution complex. They have everything. Who is attacking Christians in America?
That is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend
Anything.
God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or
At least it's not upside down.
discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives, and
No, it's something they block out. Do people who love him not hear the pandering? No. It's some type of mental block where everything he does is good. It doesn't, he could be like, folks, we're selling Bibles and every Bible comes with a I love Jesus dildo. And they'd be like, I'm glad that, look, dildos cut down on STDs. Who doesn't need to cut down? Our country's riddled with STDs right now.
back into what will be again a great nation. Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America.
This side camera is a bad angle. Stop using it. Why is his ear so shiny? Has he got a plastic ear? Is it melting? That's silly putty. That ear is silly putty.
A tremendous thing when they built America on.
I can see the line of his mask. Who has a nut sack right there on top of their knot of their tie? Nobody. That's a mask sack.
Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack, perhaps as never before. What can we do? Stand up, speak out, and pray that God will bless America again. I'm proud to.
I always wonder, is he got like sensitive eyes? This is a serious question. They never get his eye makeup. They never get his eyes covered with makeup. Is it because when he opens his eyes, women, when you open your eye, did it rub the makeup off under your eye? Or is it because like he's like, no. He like when Mariah did my makeup, I panicked when she was like touching my eyes. Is it because it bothers him? So they're just like, don't put none there? Or what? I don't know.
To endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Pray, get educated.
Yeah, but he has a makeup person that could fix that, right? I understand it's the reason that he has that white line there is, but he could put concealer or something there to cover that with it. He has a makeup person. He's clearly wearing makeup.
Get motivated and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man, both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very, very special. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. There you have it. Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
There you go. Donald Trump, everybody. The website is up. There you go. Inspired by Lee Greenwood's patriotic anthem and hit song, God Bless the USA. Donald Trump on Tuesday started promoting a line of pricey Bibles in partnership with country music star Lee Greenwood, whose song God Bless America is omnipresent at the former president's political rallies. All Americans need a Bible in their home. I have many, Trump said in a video on Truth Social announcing the business deal. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite books, he said. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, he added. It's one of the biggest problems we have. That's the biggest problem we have. That's why everything's the biggest problem he has, as long as he's selling a solution for it. That's why our country's going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. The Christian Holy Text is the world's best-selling book, and churches are often more than happy to hand them out for free. The Bible is also free to read on a wide range of websites and apps, not to mention hotel rooms and other places. The God Bless the USA Bible costs $60, not including shipping and other fees. For that money, buyers get a range of extra features not typically included in the run-of-the-mill Bibles. The Trump Greenwood Bible, a King James translation, includes a copy of a handwritten chorus to the Greenwood hit, according to the website. It also includes the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, the site says. It's the only Bible endorsed by either Trump or Greenwood, the site proclaims. It adds, it's the only Bible inspired by America's most recognized patriotic anthem, God Bless the USA. The text is also printed in large font that highlights the words of Jesus in red, per the site. It was not immediately clear how much Trump and Greenwood stood to make off the promotion, which came during Holy Week, a sacred time for Christians. Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, has also promoted sneakers, perfume, digital trading cards while running to unseat Democratic incumbent President Joe Biden. The partnership comes at an especially turbulent moment for Trump's finances. Trump has recently seen his net worth explode by billions of dollars following a successful merger allowing his media company to publicly trade on NASDAQ. But he can't cash in on his stake in that company for months. In the meantime, he just had to put up $175 million for an appeal bond that will stop the state of New York from enforcing the $454 million civil fraud judgment against him. Trump is also fighting other hefty civil judgments, including a federal jury verdict ordering him to pay $83.3 million for defaming writer E. Jean Carroll after she accused the former president of raping her years ago. Trump's political fundraising operation, meanwhile, is falling far behind the Biden's campaign's efforts. Trump said Monday that he might put his own money into his White House build. He might put his own money. He might. It is in poor taste, I think, right? He could just as easily say everybody should go buy a Bible. I recommend, Bible Warehouse, right? Without getting paid for it. He might put his own money into the White House bid. The website selling the Trump-backed Bible specifies that none of its proceeds will go to the Trump campaign. The site says it is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign. God Bless the USA Bible.com is not owned, managed, or controlled by Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization, the Commander-in-Chief, or CIC Ventures, LLC. So they've started a PAC to help him win called CIC Ventures. Are you shitting me? Yeah, he's not feeding into the QAnon bullshit or any of their respective principals or affiliates. Rather, it says it is licensed by CIC Ventures to use Trump's name, likeness, and image. Okay, so CIC Ventures is the company they put together to sell the Bibles. Trump's 2023 financial disclosure shows he has made more than $5 million in speaking engagements through CIC Ventures. Okay, so they book his CIC Ventures is his speaking engagements. Huh. His speaking engagements and ad deals, apparently. And that stuff is not going to his campaign. CIC Ventures. I wonder what they claim the CIC stands for. That's obviously feeding into the fucking he's still in charge, right? Commander-in-Chief. CIC Ventures is a LLC. What? It's a foreign limited liability company? No, it's got a Florida address. Why does it list it as foreign LLC? Document number, status active, last event, blah, blah, blah. Date filed. So it opened on 6/20/2022. It's registered to principal address is 3505 Summit Boulevard, West Palm Beach, Florida. Mailing address the same. Corporation, its registered agent name is Corporation Service Company at 1201 Tallahassee Street. That's somebody that sets up CS LLCs and shit. Name changed on 6/20/2022. Address changed on 6/20/2022. Name authorized persons detail. Title manager, John B. Marion IV. John B. Marion IV, Esquire, is a lawyer who is the registered agent. He's from Stinger, Green, and Finer, or he's in the Stinger, Green, and Finer building, seat 1200. It says John B. Marion IV grew up in West Palm Beach. After attending law school at Nova University, began his practice with Jones and Foster, now Jones, Foster, Johnston, and Stubbs, where he defended and litigated personal injury and wrongful death claims on behalf of insurance companies, manufacturers, institutional clients, public utilities, and railroads. Wow. So he fought against wrongful death claims. By 1987, he became a shareholder. In 1988, he and others had an amicable parting of ways to form Sellers, Marion, and Bakke, PA. John handled a wide variety of civil litigation matters over his 37-year career, including, in addition to defending clients of personal injury and wrongful death actions, he also represented injured parties and devoted significant time to litigating their cases, as well as other matters more contractual and commercial in nature. He focused his practice on litigating all forms of serious personal injury, brain injury, and wrongful death claims, including those involving premises liability, security, automobile accidents, trucking accidents, tractor and trailer underrides, and product liability, as well as legal malpractice, construction defect, and all types of insurance-related matters, including bad faith and coverage disputes. Now, as a dispute resolution professional, John continues to mentor and provide leadership to youth and young adults. To that end, he's a former president, 2006-2011, and current member of the Gulfstream Council, the Boy Scouts of America, as well as the chairman of the Housing Corporation and president of the Board of Trustees for the Alpha Omega chapter of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity at the University of Florida. He is also a member of the National Board of Directors of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity since 2018. He got a JD in 1982. He's also got a BS and an AS. business. His bachelor's degree is in finance. His associate's degree doesn't list it. Membership qualifications: Florida Supreme Court certified, Florida Supreme Court arbiter certified, mediator certified, certified U.S. District Court mediator, member of the National Academy of Distinguished Neutrals, super lawyers, best lawyers. Different years he had these degrees or these accolades. Martindale Hubble AV preeminent rating, Florida Trends, Florida Legal Elite. He does personal injury, wrongful death, premises liability, product liability, construction defect, insurance disputes, bad faith, professional malpractice, railroad accident injury, electrical contact, electrocution, tractor-trailer accidents, tractor-trailer underride cases, negligent security, professional liability, medical malpractice, and nursing homes. Boom. That's what he does. I wonder, their annual report. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't include numbers. It's just the annual report to register. Filed, Secretary of State. Okay, yeah, it's not an income disclosure. It's just an annual report for them registering, basically. The following registering, West Palm, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just them registering every year. There you go. CIC Ventures apparently books his speaking engagements as well as helps him sell this Bible with Lee Greenwood. Let's see the fact. Is this Bible officially endorsed by President Trump? Yes. This is the only Bible endorsed by President Trump. Is this Bible officially endorsed by Lee Greenwood? Yes. This is the only Bible endorsed by Lee Greenwood. What makes this Bible unique and special? First and foremost, the God Bless USA Bible is the only Bible inspired by America's most recognized patriotic anthem, God Bless the USA. The Bible also features handwritten chorus to God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood, United States Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think you should put, I don't know. I don't I love all these things. The Declaration, the United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, the Pledge of Allegiance. Those are all great. I just don't think they should be in the Bible, right? The Bible isn't for the USA. The Bible's for the world, right? It just seems weird. What translations are available? The God Bless the USA Bible is produced in trusted King James Version translation. We do not offer additional translations at this time. Can you tell me more about the inside of the Bible? Sure thing. Printed in an easy-to-read 2-column format, the God Bless the USA Bible includes words of Jesus in red. We also ensure that each Bible includes a presentation page and a gold ribbon marker. So it's got like the marker you can put wherever you're reading last, and it has a page in it that says this Bible was presented to on this date by, that used to be a big thing when I was like going to church when I was young. That was a big thing, like you for different milestones, different things. People presented you Bibles and they would put their name in it. They presented it to you or whatever on this date. Is this a good gift? Absolutely. The God Bless the USA Bible is in the perfect gift for family members, friends, special occasions, and much more. I wonder if I send one to Phil, if he'll be able to even open the package, or to be one of those things where he'll have to call out somebody to disenchant it. Can you get this Bible in a store? No. You can only purchase this Bible at GodBlessTheUSABible.com. When will the Bible ship? The God Bless the USA Bible is currently in stock and shipping daily. Order now for quick shipping. Where is my order? All order fulfillment is from Gulf Shores, Alabama, by a veteran-owned and operated company, and will gladly help you solve any of your customer service questions. Please contact support@GodBlessTheUSA.com. What is your refund and return policies? We want our customers to be 100% satisfied with their Bible purchase. In the event a product is damaged during delivery, we will gladly replace your Bible with a new one. All sales from GodBlessTheUSABible.com are final. Well, that doesn't seem like a very good refund policy, huh? No, personalized Bibles are non-refundable. Well, all of them are non-refundable, it sounds like. They're all non-refundable, so who cares about personalized one? What if my Bible has sticky pages? As some of the pages in your Bibles sticking together? No worries. This is very common with new Bibles that have gold gilding around the edge of the paper. For your convenience, we have provided links to a YouTube video that does a wonderful job of explaining how to break in your new Bible. Let's watch this.
From time to time, I've been asked to do a video to show how to break.
I think
in
it's
Bible.
like a baseball
This one
glove.
just
You
came in the mail.
put some dirt in it,
American Bible
rub it a
Revised
few
Edition.
times, and wrap a rubber band around it and roll it up.
Do a review of an NABRE. I like the St. Joseph's because they have black letter text and they are in a relatively heavy paper. The print quality.
Everybody get your Bibles out. Get your Bibles out. We're going to follow along.
Nice heavy two-piece box. And as you can
See the gold edges on the Bible? That's what they're talking about. The gold edges, they stick together.
the pages are sticking together with the way those clump together there at the edge. So the first thing to do is to start unsticking the pages. Usually you can do that just by pulling them apart at one end or the other and they will just fall apart. To help the process, I often do something like that.
Okay.
Corners with my thumb, and it helps break some of them free. With heavy paper like this, you don't really have to worry about tearing the pages. With some very lightweight, maybe 22 GSM paper, you have to be very careful. So stage one is to pull the pages apart as gently as you can. Separating the pages is a somewhat tedious process. When I do it, I try to let the Bible just relax on its own. I don't put any pressure on it because I haven't
Okay.
yet. I don't want to damage the swallowing. So I just let it lie as it lies as I separate the pages. We will press it out flat in various places.
Is it weird he's using these two fingers?
Improved method for
I want him to use his pointer or his middle finger, but he won't.
some that are fairly tightly bound in places like
Bothering me.
So I very gently try to separate them in more than two places. I try to pry them apart without folding the paper.
Okay.
It's quite a lot of patience, but it's better for it to take a long time than for you to damage
See,
the
this Bible teaches you patience.
in the book itself. So now the pages are all separated, and we can actually break the book in now. So what
This isn't the Bible. This is a different Bible. They just linked to this YouTube video because they didn't want to make their own. This is a completely different Bible in a different translation.
I do is I stand the text
Somebody said it looks nice, but it's,
And I press down.
that's not it.
on the cover on either side, flatten it out, then holding the spine, the text block.
I used to love the Bible maps in the back of a good Bible. Like some of the more expensive Bibles have like ancient and modern maps of like what it was like back then and what it looks like now. I used to like that because I'm a nerd.
Like this. I take a few pages at a time. I press them down on either side.
I want all my pages broken in by Trump. I hear he's pretty good at breaking in mattresses with Russian hookers. That was a low blow. That ended up not being true, but it was a joke.
Always easy to get the exact same number of pages.
Break it in like that piss mattress.
Number on the left, and the number on the right.
Sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that.
Sometimes I will switch around just so that it doesn't get too monotonous.
I think it's because your satanic Bible probably doesn't have this issue because the heat that's generated from it.
And in this way, eventually, the book is
There you go.
getting close to the end. Just taking a few sheets at a time.
Mocking the Bible. I was mocking Trump.
Text block is curving here as you break it in.
I very seriously doubt I'm be struck down by lightning from a God that I don't believe in. So, I mean, you can believe in him all you want, but
It lies flat, nearly so in Genesis. Since this is an imitation leather Bible, it may not. But I think it will do it better than it would have had we not broken it in at all.
it's pretty in-depth video, to be honest with you. He went pretty into detail about the spine and everything.
That alone in the center.
It's not a bad video. They probably should have made one with their own Bible, I think, though, rather than someone else just grabbing someone else's videos. Where are we at? Okay. Is any of the money from this Bible going to Donald J. Trump campaign for president? No. God bless the USA Bible.com is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign. God bless the USA.com is not owned, managed, or controlled by Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization, CIC Ventures LLC, or any other respective principals or affiliates. God bless the USA Bible.com uses Donald J. Trump's name, likeness, and image under the paid license from CIC. So basically, they have his name. CIC Ventures owns his name, likeness, image, and speaking events is how they make their money. CIC Ventures, which license may be terminated or revoked according to its terms. And then a contact us form. That's the fact there. Oh, look at all the people that posed with it. Look at that. All right, all right, all right. Order now. Wait, what is this? Another video that you guys can't see off to the side. Oh, that was an ad. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Paul White, and I've been a professional wrestler for over 30 years. And I know every time I step in the ring, a concussion is possible. That's why I protect my brain and body with Amino Heal. Go to AminoHeal.com.
Introducing the limited edition God Bless the USA Bible.
Oh my
inspired by Lee Greenwood's hit song and the most recognized patriotic anthem in America. God Bless the USA. The God Bless the founding documents, the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, along with a handwritten chorus to Lee Greenwood's song, God Bless the USA. With its large print and slim design, this Bible invites you to explore God's Word anywhere, anytime. The God Bless the USA Bible makes the perfect gift and cherished family heirloom keepsake to pass on to future generations. Designed.
I didn't even notice that the Scott McKay account said, "Oh my God." And it said that I was mocking the Bible. I don't think you're supposed to use the Lord's name like that, Scott McKay.
For an easy reading experience in the trusted King James Version translation, this large print Bible is perfect to take to church, Bible study, work, and for traveling. Order yours today at GodBlessTheUSABible.com.
You can't buy it. You can't buy it at Suco. It's literally forbade for you to have it. This is beyond you. Add to cart. $69 in stock now for quick shipping. So Trump is currently selling Bibles on a one-page website that he's linked to from his Truth Social account. If you need a Bible, a Trump Bible, or a Lee Greenwood Bible, this is the only place to get it. Got it? There you go. I can't believe he's selling Bibles, dude. I wouldn't have any problem with him recommending Bibles or talking about Bibles, but this is a brand deal. They went to him and said, hey, we want you to sell our Bibles for X amount of dollars that would be given to you, or a percentage of the proceeds. A brand deal over a Bible. That's not okay. That's not okay. He shouldn't be making money selling Bibles. How much defense are you going to put up for him and say, oh, he's just a good old Christian? He's just a good old Christian like all of us. I don't know. It seems weird. Would you guys be mad if Phil did a brand deal with a Bible? What if I did a brand deal with a Bible? Would you be like, oh, Will got paid $100,000 to advertise a Bible that says Cold Beer Bible? The Cold Beer Bible. Jesus, dude. That is strange to say the least. Like, I'm not even religious, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing a brand deal with a Bible for? But other people that claim that they're uber religious are like, yeah, that's a good thing. He should sell more of them. I'd like to see him up the price to let people know that God's word is worth more. What? That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that he's making money off selling a Bible to his following because he endorses it. I have many Bibles, many Bibles. It's not good to mock Trump. He might be the Antichrist and you will bow your knee before him. He could be. There was something the other day that I'm like, are we still pretending like it's the Bibles? Are we still pretending like he's not the Antichrist? I think I said it to the moderators. Jesus.
Semi-Sapien just resubscribed for 18 months. What a long, strange trip it's been. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you very much for the resubscription. I appreciate it. A year and a half. That's a long time. Seriously? Seriously? Your Majesty? I saw in the mod chat. Seriously? Tell him to send a selfie with today's newspaper in it to prove the date. I like my presidents who don't try to sell me golden tennis shoes and Bibles. Well, it's one of those things. Mark's safe from buying a Bible during Holy Week from the Antichrist. Oh, those are pretty good. Oh. Jesus. Y'all are crazy. Oh. Guys, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I wanted to give you the updates. I want to go over the Trump Bible. There's a couple more videos I want to show, but I got to get up early in the morning and get out of here. We are going to a theme park tomorrow for Ollie's birthday that happened last month, but the theme park was closed then, and he requested to go, so we're going tomorrow. So thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hated Trump, so I can't make jokes about Trump. That's hate. I make jokes about everybody and treat everybody the same way. If you're not okay with that, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I make jokes about Biden. I make jokes about Trump. I make jokes about everybody on every side. If it's not okay to treat Trump like everybody else, then I'm sorry. This isn't the show for you. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. We got a trip tomorrow to get out of here. I'm going to probably go live some while I'm driving or hanging out, something. I'll get the cell phone mount out so I don't wreck and kill us all. And we'll try to do some videos or at least some pictures over on Discord to keep up with the trip, different short videos. And like I said, maybe some live streams while we're driving down the road. I'll share the links for them. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. The donations. Those are great. You guys support the show, so I appreciate it. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us. Yeah, love you. See you. Bye. I do have, I haven't forgot, I got Patreon content to make up. Thank you for the new patrons that joined. This week has been just as rough as last week. So thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. Have a good one.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't.
Yeah, I don't make fun of everybody or make jokes about everybody. I think it's better that way.
Okay, Scott. Here we go. I think I started.
And I hope everybody votes for whoever they want to vote for with all the information they could possibly have. If you joined us on the vertical video, thank you guys for joining us. I'm cutting that one loose. I appreciate it.
Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the
You're in this song.
Fucking prophets who
Scott McKay.
Gossip, worshiping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit, swinging fucking meat hammers like four in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, beating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers, cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpower.
Enjoy your Bible, beachside summer.
Start us some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up.
I wonder how the vertical video went. Did anybody watch it?
Lose too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom.
Oh shit, there was a donation through the vertical video. I didn't even see it. Damn it. That's the part that sucks. I can't see most of it. Thank you guys. The mods who thanked Sage for the donation. I appreciate it.
Saluted the troops.
Fuck.
Tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. What are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Give me oh my God. Damn it.
I got to figure out a way to get that chat to show up just as well as the regular chat.
You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds. you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. We say it.
I think we got some questions for Andy as well coming up. I'm pretty excited about this little segment we're going to do this coming week. So make sure you're here for that. Especially if you got questions.
No damn research, they be working.
Questions. Have a good night, guys.
They acting like they know hitters ass on